Medicare is guaranteed in retirement. Or is it? Can your Medicare Supplement Plan be denied? And if it is, what do you do about it? So first and foremost, what is a Medicare Supplement Plan, also known as a Medigap Plan? Well, a Medicare Supplement Plan is a voluntary type of supplemental insurance designed to fill in those financial gaps of original Medicare. Basically, in addition to those premiums that you have to pay, original Medicare has deductibles and copays and coinsurance. Additionally, there is no out-of-pocket maximum, so if you have major medical needs, you could end up with major medical bills. So Medigap plans will help to cover or possibly entirely cover these deductibles and copays and coinsurance and impose an out-of-pocket maximum where applicable. Basically, you'll pay an extra fee on a monthly basis, which is an additional monthly premium to keep that Medicare Supplement Plan active, but it will limit or possibly eliminate those additional out-of-pocket costs so you have a better idea of what your yearly medical spending will be. Think of it as an all-inclusive vacation approach to healthcare. Sound good? Well, how and when do you enroll? And can you be denied? What do you do if you are denied? Well, we're going to cover that in today's video. But before we do, make sure to like and subscribe as well to stay up to date. Also, remember, we are licensed nationwide, so if you have any questions whatsoever, you can reach us not only at the number on the screen, but also in the comments below. And of course, there is no charge for our services. Now, unlike the other parts of Medicare, you can actually enroll in a Medigap plan year-round. There's no specific calendar enrollment period. However, it's in your best interest to enroll when you first become eligible, so that would be the 6-month window after you turn 65, and enroll in Medicare Part B. During this time, you will not be subject to medical underwriting, which means you can't be charged more and you can't be denied. Now, many people put off choosing to enroll in a Medigap plan at this time because they're young and healthy and they don't want to incur the additional expense. However, if you kick the can further down the line, it may come back to haunt you. At that point, when you're older with possibly more extensive medical needs, you may be subject to medical underwriting. At that point, you could be charged more or you could be denied completely. Now, there are some ways you can enroll past 65, and we will talk about that in just a bit. First, you need to decide which plan best suits your needs.
These are the 10 Medigap plans offered. Now, these plans are standardized, which means regardless of the carrier that you choose, the benefits of Plan A will not change regardless of who your carrier is, the benefits of Plan B will not change regardless of who your carrier is, and so on and so forth. As I said earlier, Medigap plans just fill in the financial gaps of original Medicare. So basically, this is just detailing how much of the copay, coinsurance, or deductible the plan will cover. For example, Part A coinsurance and hospital costs up to an additional 365 days after Medicare benefits are used. And all of the plans cover that. That's actually extremely important because if you do end up staying in the hospital for a significant length of time, then those copays or coinsurance are rather pricey past day 60. Then there's Part B coinsurance or copays. These are usually pretty inexpensive. Most of the plans cover these. Now, plans K and L are known as cost-sharing plans, and that's because Plan K will cover 50% of your coinsurance or copay for most services, and Plan L will cover 75% of your copay or coinsurance for most services. If you continue to scroll down, it details things like the cost for the first 3 pints of blood, Part A hospice care, coinsurance or copay, skilled nursing facility care, coinsurance. That's also very, very important if you do need to recover in a skilled nursing facility. If you're there for more than 20 days, then the costs are rather significant, so you definitely want a Medicare Supplement Plan that will cover that. Your Part A deductible is applied per benefit period, so if you need to be hospitalized more than once in a given year, you might need to meet that deductible more than once in a given year. So again, that's a very important benefit. Your Part B deductible, that's once annual. It's rather low, and the only plans that cover it aren't offered to new Medicare beneficiaries. There's also Part B excess charges. The only plans that cover that are Plan F and Plan G. That being said, Part B excess charges are rather rare. It's not like most doctors charge Part B excess charges, and they're not even permissible in all states. Then there's also foreign travel exchange, and as I mentioned earlier, plans will impose an out-of-pocket maximum or out-of-pocket limit where applicable.
Now, as I said, there are times when you can enroll past the age of 65 without medical underwriting. For example, if you're working past the age of 65 and maintaining creditable coverage through your employer, you may choose to defer Part B. Then once you do choose to retire and subsequently lose your health insurance, at that point you would of course enroll in Part B, and then your 6-month window to enroll without medical underwriting and a Medigap plan would begin then. It wouldn't begin until you actually enroll in Part B for the first time, regardless of your age. Now, some other ways to enroll past the age of 65 have to do with Medicare Advantage. For example, if you've enrolled in a Medicare Advantage plan and it's your first year within enrolling in a Medicare Advantage plan, then you would still be within your trial right period. And that means you can basically unenroll in a Medicare Advantage plan and make the switch back to original Medicare and a Medigap during that first year if you so choose. Or if you have a Medicare Advantage plan and you move outside of your plan's network, perhaps by moving to a different state, then at that point you would be able to enroll in a Medigap plan. There are also several states that have at least one enrollment period per year in which there is guaranteed issue.
For example, California, Connecticut, Idaho, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Missouri, Nevada, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, and Washington all have at least one time per year where you can switch or change into a Medigap plan without medical underwriting. So those states offer some type of guaranteed issue protection.
Now, if none of these options are available to you, you can of course stick with original Medicare alone. That can be a little bit risky because, as I said earlier, there is no out-of-pocket maximum. You can also make the switch to Medicare Advantage, but there are pros and cons that you should be aware of.
Original Medicare will not have an out-of-pocket maximum. However, Medicare Advantage plans will offer an out-of-pocket maximum, which is definitely a major advantage. Original Medicare, your premium is determined by your work history for Part A and also your income for Part B. For Medicare Advantage, it's really just determined by the carrier and the plan. But there are a lot of plans that will offer you a Medicare Advantage plan, and all you'll really have to do is continue to pay for your original Medicare Part B. With Original Medicare, it's very easy to determine your deductibles and copays and coinsurance. With Medicare Advantage, it is determined by the plan, so it is a little bit more variable. Original Medicare does not offer dental, vision, hearing, or prescription drug coverage. However, many Medicare Advantage plans do offer dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, so that's definitely a major plus for Medicare Advantage. Now, Original Medicare, there are no referrals or pre-authorization, and that is a wonderful thing. Unfortunately, if you have an HMO with Medicare Advantage, then you'll definitely need referrals. And regardless of what type of plan you have with Medicare Advantage, there is the issue of pre-authorization, which is a very, very large issue. And speaking of very large issues, Medicare Advantage plans have restrictive networks, unlike Original Medicare, which really doesn't have networks. Almost all doctors and hospitals accept Original Medicare.
And as always, make sure to work with a broker. When you are looking and comparing different Medicare supplement plans offered by different carriers, if you call one carrier, perhaps they're looking to charge you more than what's comfortable or deny you, but another carrier might not. Now, a broker can see all of that information at once, so that way you don't have to call each carrier individually. Remember, a broker works for you, not the health insurance carrier. So have you been denied by a Medicare Supplement Plan? Let us know in the comments below. If you have any questions, you can reach us in the comments below or at the number on the screen. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Before you go, make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date. Also, if you'd like to learn more about Medicare Supplement Plans, make sure to check out this video up here. We'll see you next time.